Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the headlights on this 2012 Chevy Traverse. And we show you how to service the bulbs as well as replace the entire headlight assembly. And we do this on the passenger side, but the driver's side is the same procedure. And the items you'll need for this is a flat blade screwdriver, a pair of pliers, 7mm and 10mm sockets and ratchet, and a T20 Torx bit.
If you're just looking to change the bulbs to access them, there are a few T20 screws to remove there, and then right up underneath here, there's a T20 there, and then if you want to do the headlight assembly, you want to remove that 10mm bolt as well. And we're just going to fast forward here as Don removes those 4 T20 screws. And obviously we have the vehicle up on a lift here, not necessary. Once you know where those screws are, they're pretty easy to get to. And then once you have those screws out, you can pull the inner fender down and back. Might help if you turn your wheel either side, and you can see you can access the back of the light right up in there. And we're just going to show you off the car. Reach up in, turn this cover counterclockwise, then turn your bulb counterclockwise, pull it out, disconnect it, put in a new bulb. It's the same procedure for the inner one, although the inner one is a little more difficult to reach. Okay, if your headlights are old and dirty and gray or scratched up, then you want to replace the whole assembly, and you want to start out by removing all the clips on the top of the shroud.
Now to remove these clips, just pry up the center and pull the center out, and the bottom just pops right out. Another option is pry up the center and then use these pliers to just pull the center out, and then again the bottom just pops right off. Pull up the ends of your weather strip. And now that shroud should pull right up and off. Next, you want to remove this series of T20 bolts along the top of your bumper. And we're just going to fast forward as Don removes these. Now in your wheel well, there's a 7mm bolt right here. I'm going to just go ahead and remove that, and we'll fast forward as Don does this. And you want to do this on both sides of the vehicle. Now with the help from someone else, it's not necessary, but it definitely does help. You just want to pull the bumper cover out, and it pulls off. And then you want to disconnect the harness. And you want to start by pulling it out from the sides of the fender and then pulling it straight out. And then you want to disconnect the harnesses on the back of your lights. You just push the tab and pull the harnesses free. Next, you want to remove this series of 10mm bolts that hold in the headlight. And they're all pretty easy to get to except for this one. If you have a swivel, you should use it here to remove this. If you don't, then you just have to remove 3 more 10mm bolts, these 2, and then 1 right down here, and that'll give you access. And we'll just fast forward as Don removes all of those. Those are removed. Pull your headlight out. And then on the back of it, you just want to push the tab on the harness and pull it free. And then to connect your new one, just push the harness back into place line up your new headlight. Push it into place, and then we'll fast forward as Don replaces all of those 10mm bolts. Now to reinstall your bumper cover, again, it helps to have two people here. First, reconnect your lights by plugging the harnesses back in. And then line up your bumper cover and push it into place. And just hit in the sides to reactivate the clips. And now we'll just fast forward here as Don replaces the bolts along the top. Now put the shroud back in place. And reclip your weather strip into it. And then just replace those clips. And to reinstall these clips, you want to pull up the center, and then you want to just push them into place. And then you just push the center down to lock them. And we'll just fast forward as Don does the rest of these. And also replaces the T20s underneath the bumper, as well as that 7mm bolt in the wheel well and the 10mm bolt underneath the bumper. And then replace those T20s in the wheel well.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.